All right, talk to your partner about one thing you just learned. Focus on one thing you just learned. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding. First question.
What's a good hold? Because we ended up doing the headlock a lot, but as soon as I tried to apply a bear hug, we quickly rolled out of it.
Okay. What's a good hold? Does anybody have a pet hold to Kuiwaza? I will tell you that 90% of all my competition pins were Tate Shiogatami. Okay? There are hold downs that are terminal. And there are guys that are terminal. Okay? There are people you do not want them to hold you at all. I got out on one of Moose's holds and dislocated my big toe. Okay? Ruined my night. So, my version of Tate Shio. Head to head, feet to feet. When I come into Tate, I generally do a classic form. Okay? This is how I start it. Now, what's his first motion? Exactly. So what did he do? He started to push my head away. What did I do? Lean my body into the triangle, force my forearm under the neck, and drive everything into his brains. Okay? Now what's that doing to his hips? Bringing them up. So now what's he going to do? Exactly. Right there. And I'll bring both my feet underneath, and then I'm going to lock him, and then I'm going to stretch him out. You want to move yet? Very good. Okay. I don't have the flexibility I used to, but I'd get my feet about right here and get his hips completely locked up. And then, when he wanted to bridge, I'd pull his feet up and hold him up. And my feet would be completely under the hips. So you couldn't put your feet on them.
Huh.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. That's one really good hold down. Now, there are no hold downs that are perfect. They can all be gotten out of. What has to happen, if I'm holding Damon and he starts to escape, do I have to deal with my own kazushi or off balance? Absolutely. So, I'm here in Kazuri Kesa. He turns into me to escape. I have to meet his movement. Now he has to move again. I have to meet his movement. You have to learn to flow with timing each motion. Okay? If your timing's off, whoever has the best timing is going to win, the guy on top or the guy on the bottom. If he has a better escape or a quicker movement, you're gone. If I have a stronger hold down, he's stuck. Okay? There is no correct, is one hold better than another. My Tate Shio nobody liked. My Katagatami nobody liked. Okay? You know Katagatami? Katagatami is here, knee in, lock, lock, squeeze. And you get the bicep right in the carotid. You squeeze the shoulder into the carotid so he passes out. So you've got a choke going too. Okay? But it's not unescapable. There are some people you cannot choke.
Yeah.
Okay? And there is an escape answer to that. 2 of them actually. 3, 4. 4 answers to that. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay? So, what do you have to do, guys?
Adapt.
But how?
Stay balanced.
Get your hold down. Bridge and roll, change. Bridge and roll, change. practice each motion, and you either go the right way or the wrong way. Then do it again, and again, and again, and again. You keep walking. What do babies do when they learn to walk? They fall down a lot till they get it right. They learn. Anybody climb trees? How do you keep from falling out of trees? You figure out which branch to grab and which one not to grab really quick. Okay? And you still fall down. All right? What's really fun is to be on top. You've taken all the branches off as you go up. You tie off on top. You're like 60 feet in the air. And now you're going to tie off and you're going to top this thing and drop down every 3 feet. And that first one, when it comes off, that whole tree goes whoosh. Then it goes whoosh. That's a ride. Okay? So, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay? You have to practice your holds. You have to practice your escapes religiously. Okay? I spent many, many years in that position learning how to get out from under. My first move today is to lay down. I'm not going to deal with you at this position. I don't care about it. I don't care. You can take me down. Okay? And I'll answer that question later. Thank you, sir. Next question.
What do you do if the person's like so big and heavy on top of you when you can't even move your hips? You can't get any space. Right?
Fibrillating. What does that mean? What does it mean to fibrillate? Little movement. Okay? So you create movement and attack the table. Is it easy? It is not easy. And it may take a while. Unfortunately, with the rules in Judo right now, we don't have that time what we used to. Okay? But yeah, you have to create little movements. And like Prentice was saying, it's those little movements of bumping that hip. And I don't care if he weighs 500 pounds, your legs are supposed to be 4 times stronger to be able to carry 4 times your body mass. Okay? So if I'm 260, I should be able to move almost 900 pounds with my feet. Is it easy? Mm-mm. Now, you know what's really cool? Is when you get somebody like that and they roll across your face. Okay? Now you have motive and incentive to get out of there really quick. And when you do get out, you have this waffle pattern in your face. Okay? Been there several times. And don't let them slide, because then it just messes up, it distorts all the lines. All right? But that's what you have to do. Nancy, you're little. Move me. Oh! How far did my foot slide?
An inch.
Exactly. She can still move me. Now she's created space. Now what's the next motion?
I think I need to move you some more.
Think. Think. Where's the weakness?
That's not a weakness.
Whoosh, go out the back door.
Oh, right here. That's it.
Yeah, pull. Oh, and she's got my arm. Okay? See, I deliberately left that loose so you would feel me move, and if this was locked, I wouldn't have moved as far. Okay? But it gave you the understanding. Oh, yeah. And then, whoosh.
Yep, there's another way.
Now, what's the best time to move?
Now.
The instant that you create that little space.
Instant you create movement, you want to be moving. Because,
Oh, I
okay,
see.
stand right there, don't move. Hold my hand. Now let's play tug of war. Ready? Okay. Now we're playing tug of war. I'm just using power with power. Who's going to win?
Me.
Bobby wins. Okay. So, go ahead and get your feet set. There we go. Now really pull. Okay. There we go. Now, you see how much energy I'm putting into her? All right. Now, what do you think would happen if I start this movement and all of a sudden she took off running? You see? So when you start me moving, you got to start running.
Even if you start the movement, like if you started moving,
You want to help it.
Don't resist, go with it.
Oh, is that in the book somewhere? It is. Okay? So, as soon as you feel me move, you're either going to go the right way or the wrong way. Okay? Perfect. Now don't move. Now the only thing stopping her is this ball. Okay? She got me, she got her body completely out of the way, but the ball's stuck to your neck. So that creates another problem to deal with, but that's how you get big people moving. And unfortunately, big guys usually have shorter arms, and it's hard to get caught under their end of the ball. So you can just pop them off really quick. And the other thing to do is to use a plyometric and pop them. So if you're here, that means you're going to pop me in the back same time as you move your feet. No? See, you're pushing here. Pop me with that hand.
pop you?
Uh-huh. There. Look how much movement you got out of me. And now your head's free. There you go. And she's got the arm bar. And I will go so far as to, I'm not going to do this hard. Feel that?
Yep.
Okay. I'll go right into the scapula right here, and I'll pop it. At the same time, I bounce that foot. And when you're really big, I'll use 2 feet. Now I'll catch her on the recovery and come back. Why? Butts are round. I just roll right over. He's got to be out of the way. Okay, good question. Next. Yep.
How do we develop the timing to go slow and get that fluid, continuous roll and figure out where there's terminations in there as well? You know what I'm talking about? You know, that continuous roll where you just both are fluid and the timing's there. And he touches and you go, and you touch and he goes. And
Quit using strength.
okay.
You guys are always wanting to grab and hold. You both do that? Okay? Let it go. Just let it go. Use your hands to move things, to move you, and to control and block. Learn to move without your hands. Woohoo! Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Now, what became terminal?
This?
Exactly. The lock came in. I get to sit through here and break your arm. Now, how many times did that open up?
At least once.
About 4.
About 4 probably.
Okay? So, you're on your bottom using what?
My feet, or my, I don't know.
Lost the microphone somewhere.
No, got it.
Got it. Oops. Dang octopus again. It gets heavy quick. Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of.
You got to quit all this.
Quit the hold and grab. Okay.
Just find out when it's really necessary. It's necessary when you find stuff. Aikido. My favorite lesson in Aikido for Judo is Kotegaeshi. I don't know how many times I've seen this. If I get Kotegaeshi, and I have Kotegaeshi, and you know I have Kotegaeshi, am I going to throw Kotegaeshi? No. Okay? What am I going to throw?
Yourself.
I have no idea. Because I can't fall in love with that. I have to move and move and move and move. Now, if we're moving along and all of a sudden that occurs, I get to throw Kotegaeshi. You see? And the same thing happens in groundwork. You're moving along, touchy, touchy, pushy, pushy, grabby, grabby, touchy, push, to boom, move, 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 move. Oh! Found an arm. Oh! Found a lapel. Oh! Found a pin. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Now, can I create a pin in a whole lot of different instances? Of course. But I don't want to. I want to float and get used to your movement and your timing. Like I did with Finn when I was talking about him. All I was doing is learning his timing. And keeping my distance and playing a little bit. And all of a sudden he fell down. Why? Because I caught his timing. And when I understand your timing, and then when you start getting stronger, I get a little bit looser. And I've come up with a new thought, which is really kind of fun because people try to squeeze you all the time. And I always think of those stress dolls, you know, you squeeze it and the little head comes up and the eyes pop out. Okay? Well, that's what I do is I go to that area where I'm going to pop out. That shows me where the area of weakness is. I feel the squeeze, so I help it, and all of a sudden you can't squeeze it anymore because it's not there. And then I go to the other area and the other area. And I'm constantly paying attention to where the weight and the strength is so I can get out of the way. And just keep moving. It's amazing what shows up when you do that. All your skills. So, you have to practice your skills. The hold downs, the basics. Go through the whole clock thing. Each one, understand them, get them intrinsic. And then as you're rolling and you're upside down, you're going, oh yeah, this is the wrong side for this, can't do that. And you spin it around, and you'll recognize it on the inverse side.
So how can we take that home with us and practice a drill where we don't use our hands or pins?
What did I just do?
You just did it. Just do it?
Just do it.
Okay.
You've got to learn to do it. And what am I using, which we used to do here all the time, using those things? It's the center. It's learning to move your center with their center. Because as they move, just like in Aikido, if he moves, if I make an attack and he moves and I don't move, I'm gone. If I make an attack and he moves and I move the wrong way, I'm gone faster. If I make a move and he moves and I go the right direction, now we have another problem to solve. Then we have another problem to solve. It's the same thing. Except we're just trying to make things happen. The best kazushi happens when you let it happen. Let them do it. Don't make it happen. Now, can I kind of guide it along a little? Sure. Just bump them. Attack the table, make it unstable, so they have to react to the movement. But you don't know what's going to happen. Does that make sense? And then you got to practice when things become terminal. And it'll continue to upgrade as the people you play with upgrade. Okay? Question? Brain dead?
What do you define as centric? We talked about that earlier today. What do you think of as centric? Because you're saying use your center to move. What is your definition of that? I know it's probably a loaded question.
Oh, no, not at all. Good story, though. Gillies.
Okay.
Okay? When I had my Seabrook Bay Area Club in Clear Lake, had a couple of girls that came in, and they wanted to learn judo. Actually, there's 3 of them. And that was great. And so I taught them judo. We had a good time. And then they wanted one night to go dancing. And they went to Gillies on Wednesday nights. So I taught them judo. They taught me how to dance. I had to pay. It was ladies' night. They got in free. Go figure. Right? So what I like to do is watch the guy on the bull rider, the mechanical bull. And you watch the cowboys get on there, especially when they're drunk, and they're trying to stay on there, they fly the farthest. The girls get up there, they just kind of move with it. They're all loose and relaxed, and they know how to float and flow. They keep their center balance over the movement and don't fight it. You see? So when you learn, like get on the ball, so get the ball, get the red one. Young guys don't move very fast, do they? There it is. All right, now put it down. Now lay on it. Now turn over. Now turn over again. And turn over again.
All wins.
Now when grasshopper learn to stay on the ball 30 turns, will understand center. Okay? Now think about your center as you're moving. And think about how you're moving and all the muscles in your body, like some of those exercises we did that train different movements. Okay? And learn to relax and float. And flow. Greg was the best on this. Now, you want to see something phenomenal? Watch Ronda Rousey. Okay? Do this. Okay, there's a video on YouTube. Ronda Rousey training. All right? She will do this, and then she'll transfer from one ball to another. And then she has to play catch with her instructor. Then she has to get up on her knees and play catch with her instructor. Then she has to stand up and play catch with her instructor. On the ball. Okay? All right? And you just have a ball with arms and legs. And sometimes an elbow is a ball. You have to balance on it. Sometimes it's their head. Sometimes it's the hip. And because the body's not round, it's long. So it's going to be in different places. And so is yours. If you've got your hips up, your center's different than when your hips down. So there is no one answer. It consistently shifts, constantly shifts as you move. And the piece is to get enough practice time in to know where that is. I had a lot of hours on this map. And on top of human beings. And most of them are pretty predictable at this point. Okay? Does that help?
Yes.
Good.
Thanks.
Anything else?
Practice.
Practice. Got to practice. Okay. Find your goal partner. Find your goal partner. Go look at your goal sheet. See if there's something you need to add, take away. This is how I teach. This is how you should be teaching. Okay? In education, it's finally coming around to what they call accountable talk. We're having to ask kids questions to think again. Okay? Because for years now, because of the test, we've been feeding kids the information they need to know. And as Aikido and Judo instructors, we've been feeding information and telling them, put this here, do this, do that, do this. Okay? Where's the long-term memory? Where's the muscle turn? It's them figuring it out. So you need to start thinking about what questions are not being asked and how to ask questions to get people to figure things out. Because if you just show it to them, You'll be showing it again and again and again. Give them time to think about it, give them time to play with it, to work with it, and then it will start happening. It comes through a lot quicker. Okay? If you'll notice, I'm trying to ask y'all a lot of questions, and y'all thinking. So it's fresh in your brain, a whole different level. And now you're having to apply that to your movement, and then you're going to have to apply that to other people's movement, and then you have to work with people and figure out how to ask them the right questions. You know, how can you make it work differently? All open-ended. Don't try to be direct. Give them problems. Make them goals. Work their goals, and then tweak the goals. Because everybody's different. We all have different size inseams, different ailments, different problems. Every problem is different for everybody. So we want to work this all out together, and that's why we're here. But don't show it. Just work through it. Okay? That's good. Great. Thank you. See y'all in the morning.
Right.